I do want to let you know that I have sent telegrams to Raila Odinga, and some of you may be a little bit concerned about Raila Odinga receiving a telegram from me asking for the assistance of getting Obama's grandmother here to New York for the Christmas holidays. We were not able to get her here for Thanksgiving, and that we didn't. I mean, we wanted to, but it was a major event. To get her, even starting today, to get her here for Christmas will be a major event. We understand that, and those who are in support of this understand it as well. But now that we have asked both the Prime Minister Kwa Kibaki, who is the Prime Minister or the President of Kenya, and Raila Odinga, who's the Prime Minister, those two are kind of serving President and Co-President of Kenya, we've asked for their assistance. We've sent telegrams to them, and we've sent telegrams to all embassies also asking for assistance. Obviously, I want to express something to you, and I want you to try to hear this in a way of humility, and I don't mean to be without humility, haughty, or prideful. But let me express to you what I think took place. Going back to November the 16th, when the Secret Service police came and knocked on my door, 7 of them at least were visible. We don't know how many police were in cars or in marked cars or waiting in riot positions to attack this church on the 16th of November. We don't know, but we saw 7 officers, Homeland Security types. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think that they came? Well, let me answer the question now that I've asked. I don't believe they came because of all the things I've said about Obama. I've talked about his wife, Michelle the Fist Bumper. I've talked about him in terms of his relationship with Oprah Winfrey, which was a sexual relationship. I've talked about his relationship with Jeremiah Wright, which was also a sexual relationship, homosexual relationship. I've even had Larry Sinclair on, and I've supported Larry Sinclair at his press conferences and other events. Larry Sinclair states, and I believe, that he had a homosexual relationship, also a crack cocaine relationship with Obama. I've said all those things, and I've said them repeatedly every day. I say them. We were interviewed by the Russian television broadcasting network last week, and one of the things that they put in that interview was that I make statements that are degrading to Obama, the alleged U.S. president, and those statements go flying out of the Manning Report every day, and he's never moved on any of them. But the one thing I believe, my friends, that got his attention was when I attempted to bring Grandma Sarah here to New York for the holidays. Now, let me explain to you why I think that is why the Secret Service came to our door last week. Nothing I'd said to date was really a prosecutable, if you will, offense. I'm within the protection of the First Amendment and free speech to have said all the things I've said about him. Nothing was criminal, and all things I've said are within the range of what is acceptable speech. Now, maybe some of the terms to identify him and his wife and his activities may have been a little bit unorthodox, but certainly they were not criminal, nor were they treasonous or threatening in any way. I know that. I know that. I mean, I know that. I may have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. Having said that, then the one thing that, and I believe this now as I build my case against the long-legged Mac Daddy, because here, I want you to know something. I believe that the reason why he came was not because I said he's ineligible to serve and all the other names I've labeled him that God has given to me to call him, such as a long-legged Mac Daddy, and then, of course, I've called him the quasi-Muslim freak, the vice president of genocide, you know, the son of Satan himself, you know, the vice president of the Holocaust. He didn't come because of those words or names. He came because I touched a central truth in inviting Grandma Sarah to come to America for the holidays. And that's why they came, to try to stop that. But Mr. Long-Legged Mac Daddy, and to all of your support systems, let me say this to you, and I want to say it to you now. If you do not arrest me, and if you do arrest me, and that I might remain the same type of symmetry if you do arrest me. One thing you can be well assured of is that I will see you arrested, Mr. Long-Legged Mac Daddy, Mr. Barack Hussein Obama. Now, whether you arrest me or not, I will see you arrested. I want you to know that. And I want everybody that supports you to know I will see you arrested. I've got valid charges to bring against you. And the thing that is now giving me more confidence of the victory of an arrest of you is that your grandmother, Sarah Obama, can demonstrate that you were born in Kenya. Now, I don't know whether or not King Abdullah paid her off, whether or not she is converted to Islam. All of these things will be unfolded in the days to come, and I'm sure we'll get a report. Whether he laden her down with gold and with gifts and with millions of dollars and a promise of a great life and gave to other family members there of the Obama tribe large sums of money, millions of dollars he may have given to her, that she would not come to America, or if she does, that she would first convert to Islam and then be mute about where you were born. Now, I believe that King Abdullah has got the money, the power, and the influence to actually do that to Sarah Obama. And I believe that she might even actually, you know, if he offers her enough and offers the people around her, her children, her brothers, and all that crowd that went to Mecca and Medina with her on that pilgrimage, that Hajj, they may convince her to take $30 million or take $40 million or take the $50 million and go back to Kenya and live a great life. I don't know the details. We're waiting on them. But this much you can be well assured of, Mr. Long-Legged Mac Daddy. I will see you arrested. And I now know that it was because I touched the nerve. I pushed the button, Grandma Sarah coming to New York. And I'm still working on getting her to come here. Albeit I will confess it's going to be a lot more difficult now that she's been to Saudi Arabia and she made her Hajj pilgrimage. She may even have converted to Islam. I don't know. She may have. And if she has converted to Islam, then it's going to be all the more difficult to even touch base with her. But I think we've already got a statement from her already on record that you were born in Kenya. We've already got that on record. We've already got the Secretary of State of Nairobi stating that you were born in Kenya as well and that they were going to mark your birthplace. We've already got that on record. Anything different from that would be a change of testimony. Now the circumstances are different, especially $30 to $40 million of circumstances different that she has been to Saudi Arabia and has been wined and dined by King Abdullah. But we're on to something here. America, we're on to something. We just need to stay on the map, stay on the case, stay on the issue of the birth certificate. ATLAH. That's what God said. That's what God said.